Hello and welcome to the second free video here on the Real Ones Patreon. I spent the last week upgrading my little studio space. I finally put those pictures on the wall that were on the floor. I got a whiteboard to write down some ideas, and when I was thinking of what would make a good free video, I think I want to reward the people who have been watching me on my Jimmy Champagne channel talk about Halloween, who have been watching me on PS Ready and Deck Ready over the years, and watch my outro, which is, as always, my name is Jimmy Champagne. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching and shape on. It's actually kind of hard to do it without ending a video. So that's not the end of the video, but a lot of people ask, where did shape on come from? What does it mean? So I thought that would be a good topic for a free Patreon video. I'm basically taking out Q&A video questions and making them their own video for free here on Patreon, because I hate Q&A videos on YouTube, right? Like, who cares really at the end of the day what a YouTuber's like question and answer stuff is? I just want to see the videos. But it's perfect for Patreon, so I figured I'd go into that story for you here today. So the first channel I made was the Jimmy Champagne channel. I started it in like 2015, right when I got out of college. I was like a huge fan of MKBHD and PewDiePie at the time, so I didn't do anything that MKBHD did, and I started making Let's Plays, which was a terrible idea. I'm not good on the fly. I need to at least have a little bit of structure in my videos, and I was just doing it because I was into video games. I was writing for IGN at the time. Right after I started that channel, I got this interesting opportunity where Bloody Disgusting hit me up, and they were like, hey, we know you're into horror. We're trying to revive our YouTube channel. We were not going to pay you really anything, but if you want to try and get it off the ground, you can keep the AdSense that it generates and we'll take a percentage of that. And I was like, sure. So I started doing top 10 videos. I started doing list videos, and I was like, I love talking about horror. So when that opportunity wrapped up, I was like, well, I love horror movies. I want to keep talking about them. So I should start doing videos on my personal Jimmy Champagne channel, which I think was at, I don't know, like 1,000 subscribers at the time after 2 or 3 years. Like, I was not uploading anything good. I was trying to figure out a niche. I was doing like movie reviews. I was doing game reviews. I was doing like all sorts of stuff back then, like top 10 guides to killing Jason in the Friday the 13th game. So I really sat back and I was trying to figure out a focus. And while I was trying to figure out what videos to make, I saw this news story that Halloween 2018 was not going to use the Halloween 2 onward timeline. It was going to stop after the original Halloween and pick up on its own timeline. I made a video defending that decision and it totally blew up. So I started making Halloween videos. I was doing news updates, like 3-minute long ones, 2-minute long ones, 5-minute long ones. Then I met some other YouTubers who were like, you should just pack those into one video. Great call on that, because that's what really helped the channel blow up. And when I started doing that, I started seeing all the same people over and over and over and over coming into the comments. They'd be there right at the beginning, so I would always respond to them, because when you recognize the same names over and over again, they're at least watching you for some reason, so I wanted to respond to them. And there was this one guy, Mark Whaling, who would show up all the time, and I'm pretty sure I saw him comment on a Real Ones video, so if you're watching, hey Mark, how's it going? He commented one time, shape on, and I just thought that was really funny. So then at the end of the next video, in my outro, I started saying shape on. So then I just kept doing it, and I thought it was funny because if you're here from PS Ready or Deck Ready, Michael Myers in the credits of Halloween is called The Shape. So shape on, you're like shaping on, I don't know, it doesn't mean anything, it's just a fun thing to say. So when I started doing it on PS Ready, which was pretty close to the beginning of that channel, people thought I was talking about the face buttons of the DualSense or the DualShock controller, you know, the square, circle, cross, triangle. But no, it's not those shapes, it's Michael Myers from Halloween. And you know, when it comes to YouTube, I do follow a lot of the rules. Like, I bleep all my swear words. I use the scream of Dr. Loomis from Halloween 6. I've been doing that for a long time. You know, I try to put what's the video's about in the intro to make sure people know what they're going to get. I try to cut out all the BS stuff that's just filling time and make sure that the video reaches 10 minutes but is quality information, which is why I'm PS Ready, Deck Ready, and my Jimmy Champagne channel, when I'm talking about news, I cover multiple news stories to fill out the runtime. But the intro and outro, I don't really care. I mean, like, who even watches till the end of the video anymore, right? So I used to just cut the video off. Like, when I was done with the video, it would just cut to black, and when I was using background music, it would fade out. Then the like comments from people specifically on Deck Ready became overwhelming, where they were like, why don't you do an outro to your video? So I came up with one on the fly. Anyway, guys, that's all I've got for you today. As always, my name is Jimmy Champagne. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching and shape on. And then I just kept doing it. I did it across all 3 channels forever. I still do it on Deck Ready. It's just ingrained in my memory now, but the timing has to be right. It has to be right at the end of the video, which is why when I've been doing it twice in this video, I struggle to remember it. It's like muscle memory at this point. But yeah, I just loved that comment. I love seeing it over and over again. And I just really like that channel because even though the videos did trend upwards over time. Like, you know, at the beginning, I was getting like 2,000-3,000 views and I was blown away. Then I was getting 10,000 views. Then I was getting 20, 30, 40. It settled around 50,000 views. I would always see those few same people coming back every time. And it was just my like fun little way of giving back and saying, hey, I notice you out there. And I really like that phrase, shape on. I try to give credit once in a while on all the channels because, you know, Mark really did come up with it by commenting it over and over again. But when you think of like a Halloween outro, I just don't think there's anything better than Shape On. So yeah, that about covers it for the story of how I came up with Shape On to be the outro of my videos. I'll show you the list. It's B-roll right now for the Patreon videos. The first one I came up with was the Shape On origins. So now anytime anyone asks about it on any of my channels, I can just respond with the link to this Patreon. So it's also pretty good marketing, if you ask me, for the Real Ones Patreon. So yeah, that wraps up the whole story of Shape On. That was the first idea I came up with. Real Ones has been out for 2 weeks now. I'm blown away. I was expecting this channel to be a 10,000 view channel, and not only is the first video still going, it's at 20,000 views when I looked at it just recently. The Blair Witch video is finding a footing. I was nervous about that one. I thought it was going to be a little bit of a dud just because it's about actors. You know, I tried to work in a ton of movie info, but you know, when you're marketing the video with the thumbnail and title and everything like that, you kind of got to pick the biggest hook. And the biggest hook in that video is that the actors are kind of getting screwed over and have been since the movie came out, but people like it. They're responding to it. The watch time is off the charts for both videos. So if you watched it, thank you. I appreciate it. If you're here watching this, you should definitely check it out. And yeah, this is the second video for free here on Patreon. Hope you enjoyed it. As always, guys, my name is Jimmy Champagne. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching and shape on.